everyone, I am Nitahone, and it is Monday, and that means it's time for one of my draft videos. I post one every Monday and Thursday, and you may notice this isn't actually a draft video, it's a sealed video. That's because this is what was on Magic Online over the weekend when I usually record for the Monday. So we're doing sealed. I like doing sealed a couple times per format anyway. I do prefer draft, but doing sealed. Guilds of Ravnica sealed today, and that's what we'll be doing. I do want to let you guys know that starting today, my channel is sponsored by Card Kingdom, a great website for all things Magic. If you really like Limited, it's a good place to buy sealed product. You can also buy some cool things like Chaos Draft sealed product. You can also buy a pre-made cube. Lots of cool stuff that you really can't find at other places. So check them out at cardkingdom.com if you're looking for some Magic, anything really. Okay, so what should we do here? Well, green and white definitely look really deep, and I can already see one bomb, and we also have really good gold cards in green-white, so that's tempting. But let's look at our rares real quick. Let's make this bigger up here. Yeah, for you guys. So, sort by color. We're already doing that. Sort by rarity. That's what we're looking for. So we got a Steam Vents, okay. Ooh, we also got a Beast Whisperer. Looks like we have an Expansion Explosion. Green-white looks really good, though. You know, we got good rares for sure, though. Like, all of these are good rares. I mean, even Steam Vents can help us splash. So green-white may be our early, maybe what we want to do, but let's take a look at our playables in other colors as well. So first, let's look at all our white cards that we're pretty happy to run. So Blade Instructor, Rock Charger, Sworn Companions. I think you probably mainboard one Call of the Culprit and Sealed. I don't think you would do it in as much. And yeah, Light of Guardians, okay. The Unicorns are good. Light of the Legion is good. We'll know if we want Prey Upon after we look at the rest of this, what we have going on here. I don't like Grappling Sundew, but I do like Iron Shell Beetle. This is another card we can think about mainboarding and Sealed. Yeah. Then we got that, and then we have these four things. So we basically could just make a deck here. We have 10th District Guard and Hunted Witness as well. Our deck probably wants Gateway. Oh no, that's not what I was thinking it was. I was thinking it was the rare one. So never mind. Yeah, we have plenty of other playables, but they're not great. So let's check out what else we have going on. Like, we could definitely go green-white. We may want to splash, but we got, awkwardly, we got 3 Azet Guild Gates. And we have Selesnya Guild Gate and Golgari Guild Gate, which both can help us actually splash something. So let's take a look. Let's see what the playable blue cards are. Maximize Altitude can be playable, but we also have we do have a lot of blue-red gold cards, so that's worth looking at. Unexplained Disappearance, Mesmerist, Leapfrogs, sure. Capture Spheres, yeah. Not so much Devious Cover-Up, but Watcher in the Mist. Ooh, 2 City Watch Sphinxes and a Selective Snare. We could go different here for sure. In red, though, we're not looking awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is about it for red. But then we also have these that are all good, basically. I mean, Sonic Assault's not great, but we also have a lot of blue-black that's gold, including the awesome Night Veil Predator. Yeah, blue-black looks really good, too. Yeah, let's see what we got in black. I like Hired Poisoners. 3 of those I'm happy to have. Necrotic Wound is probably okay. Probably don't want Mephitic Vapors, given that we have 3 Hired Poisoners. Yeah, not great. So, what do we have that's worth splashing? Unfortunately, Inescapable Blaze has double red. Yeah, we also have all this stuff, though, and I think all of it is playable. So let's look real quick at that. Let's put this back up here. We could splash like Hypothesizzle. Yeah, that isn't bad. We have options here. I wouldn't mind splashing. I feel like green-white is just going to be our better deck. This is pretty good. I mean, we've got lots of surveilling. We've got, you know, one card that cares about it. Yeah, that's hard. Let's, sometimes it's really easy to figure out what your sealed deck should be because it's just obvious. I do not mean to do that. I want to add a different deck. So this is Dimir, which is apparently the right way to say that word. And, oh, whoops. Well, whatever. We can rename it. So I think green-white's just going to be better, honestly. Like, these are all playable. Even though I'm not excited about Hunted Witness or 10th District Guard, like, you know, I'll play them. And then I think we do play Prey Upon. Question is, whether we play that? But, then we have all this stuff. It's just, this does look like the better deck to me overall. We got so much fixing for blue-red. Okay, so let's save this one. We saved it as Dimir. Okay, rename. It doesn't hurt to have all these different decks either because it's kind of a funny thing you can do in Sealed where you just side into a completely different deck if your matchup's really bad or if it turns out your deck just isn't as good as you hoped. Okay, and this one's Dimir. There we go. Is there any other deck worth building? I mean, I think blue-red probably is. So let's look at is it. It's a nice problem to have, I think, that we have so many good cards that our deck is like hard to get together. One thing we don't have a lot of in like some of these other decks is removal, and this has capture spheres. So, I mean, we are splashing Hypothesis potentially. We don't have fixing that can let us splash capture spheres, I don't think. Not in a Selesnya deck. In a Dimir deck, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, back to what we're doing. And then Electrostatic Field, Fire Urchin, Ornery Goblin, Wojek Bodyguard, Cosmotronic Wave, Inescapable Blaze, all of these, although Cutting Sonic Assault may be better. Nah, I don't think this deck's worth it. I think what I want to do maybe is, man, I wish there was an easy way for us to splash like City Watch Sphinx. That's the downside of Sealed. It's just not easy to do because we just don't have, like, it's not like we took an early one and said, okay, we should take this land because then we can splash our City Watch Sphinx. We just got to take what we get. So blue-black or Selesnya. And blue-black, we do have the ability to splash red and blue-black thanks to all these guild gates. We could even go like straight up 3-color if we wanted to. The problem is we don't have that many red cards we're splashing. This is basically it. But we could. We have some good stuff in black-green, but nothing exciting. I think this is the better deck. Yeah. may cut one Prey Upon. I mean, the problem, like I said, is we don't have a whole lot of removal in this deck. So we're kind of reliant on Prey Upon, and we do have creatures who are good with it up here. But everything else is pretty mediocre with it. But since I need fixing so badly, I don't know. We do have this Guild Gate that we will run, obviously. We could splash black if we wanted to. Do we want to? No. We didn't get any, like, single black removal. The capture spheres are nice. I mean, there's no getting around that. Oh. I didn't see that earlier. I don't know why it doesn't just go in the gold pile. This too, but we don't have enough good cards in blue-red, I don't think, to make it worth it. Although, obviously, it would get added to our blue-red deck. This deck building is taking a long time. What should we do? That makes me want to look at red-white. Just a little bit. So I think that's what we're going to do. So Boros, like, we have a lot of really good white cards. We don't have that many red cards, but we have some good ones. So basically all of this will end up getting played, I think. And then we get our friends. I don't know that we want Electrostatic Field. We may actually want Torch Courier now is the weird thing. Ornery Goblin, Wojek Bodyguard, Cosmotronic Wave, Inescapable Blaze, both Hammer Droppers, and this split card. And I mean, yeah, we could run Fire Urchin if we had to. And in this deck, we could splash something. Because of all of the blue-red lands we have, we could splash. We could also splash green if that's what we want to do. So we could splash for these 2 capture spheres, for example. Our curve is not pretty, but splash for those 2 capture spheres, run like the Steam Vents and a Guild Gate, and then a Boros Guild Gate. Maybe also Gateway Plaza, I don't know. Probably not. I think this is probably good. I just think this curve is so bad that it's probably not what we want to be doing. But we'll keep it in mind, I guess. I think this is our best deck. Yeah. It's hard, though, because in Dimir, we do have Artful Takedown. Oh. Yeah, we have Artful Takedown, so that's a good removal spell. We have 2 capture spheres. This deck has way better removal, and it's like, it's hard to say no to better removal. Like, it really is. Which deck is better? I don't know. You let me know in the comments. I think it's very close. We would need to add one more card, but that's not very hard, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, we could add a lot of things. We could just throw no, never mind. But we could throw in like a Vicious Rumors or a Mephitic Vapors or whatever. Well, I'd probably rather run Veiled Shade than Vicious Rumors, but maybe we run the Sabotage. I mean, in limited blue count, this sort of counterspell is actually pretty. I mean, in sealed is what I mean. It does get to be even better, so I probably would run it. Crap, man. That's all I have to say. Better removal. We have really good finishers in this deck too, between Nightveil, Predator, Watcher in the Mist, and 2 City Watch Sphinxes. This deck has, the green-white deck has probably the more powerful, higher power level overall, but it is so short on removal. We've got our Indrik, and 2 Prey-Upons, which are so situational. It just, you know, we can make a deck that can splash, but we're struggling to make a deck that can splash the way we want to splash. I guess, I forgot we had a Boros Guildgate. I guess I can run Boros Guildgate and splash Integrity and Intervention. That may seal the deal for this deck, I guess, if that's what I'm going to do. Then run 1 Mountain, probably. Could run Gateway Plaza, too. We can always cast the Integrity half, basically, because we have a lot where our deck's going to be white. So that probably lets me cut like a Prey-Upon and maybe Hunted Witness. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I've convinced myself because I can actually splash this in this deck, which does give me good removal in addition to our Indrik and our Prey-Upon. This deck still has way better removal is the problem. So that's, we also have 3 hired poisoners. Like, this deck is a grindier deck, and that may be what we want in limited, like in sealed. I mean, I think it's always nice. I don't know what I think. I don't know. I think these decks are so comparable. Like, this deck does have Light of the Legion, which is better than any card in the other deck, I would say. In terms of power level, like, what do we have in this deck that even approaches that? I think Night Veil Predator is the only thing we have in terms of just, like, general power level that's that good. You know, and this deck does, it's not like this deck doesn't have finishers between Siege Worm and Light of the Legion, but, and just going wide with using Inspiring Unicorn. I think I'm going to do Dimir, guys. I think I've decided. I think I've made my decision. And kind of sucks we don't have any of the gate payoffs because we have so many gates. We could play a lot of them. The question is, do we need to splash Hypothesizzle? And I don't know if we do. Do we? What would I run instead is the question. Mephitic Vapors, maybe. How many of our creatures died of Mephitic Vapors? 4, 6? At least 6? It's probably too many. Okay. Well, I think we splash Hypothesizzle. And I think I run a Guildgate and a Steam Vents. Between Surveil and these 2 lands, that's probably enough, I would think, for 1 Hypothesizzle. So I think that's all I'm going to put in. I don't want any of these lockets, I don't think. I don't think we need to run another mountain. I think I'd rather go like this, yeah. I mean, that gives us 10 blue sources. We do have more blue than anything, I guess. But 9 blue sources and 8 black sources is probably reasonable. Okay. All right, well, this is our deck. It took us a while to figure out what it is we wanted to do because our sealed pool was pretty good. I mean, you know, it was so balanced between both Dimir and Selesnya. I think if we go up against like a Boros opponent, it might be better for us to switch to Selesnya, and that's something to keep in mind. But I think this is the better deck overall. So see you guys in the first match. All right, we're going into our first match. We won the die roll, and we would like to play first. No black mana. It might still be fine with no black mana. I mean, we're not that far from being able to cast Whisper Agent, at least. I think we keep it. It's not awesome, certainly, but yeah, Night Veil Predator being in a hand isn't great either, but I think it's an okay hand. We're not going to pay 2 life. All right, well, like I said, we can at least cast Whisper Agent. Maybe it'll help us find what we need. A swamp, namely. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think we just pass. Maybe we flash in Whisper Agent to kill this. Get a Surveil going. I mean, we can at least almost cast Capture Sphere. We can bounce something if we need to a Selective Snare. So do I want to flash this into block? Yeah, sure. I don't even necessarily have to. So we'll Surveil. I mean, I think we want this because it at least lets us cast Capture Sphere. Obviously, a Swamp would be better, but... I mean, it is tempting. It's not like I'm under a lot of pressure here. So it is tempting to throw it away and hope we hit a Swamp. Because at least I can still cast Selective Snare. I think I'm going to put it in my graveyard. Am I going to regret this? Maybe. Yeah, so we'll block here. They may have a trick or something. But I'm kind of okay with that. Okay. Man, now they have 2 elves in play. Could have used my Selective Snare. Of course, it would have let them get another land. So, Golgari Guildgate, okay. Well, crap. The decision I made doesn't look so good. I'm sure they're like, why would they do that? If we hit mana, I mean, we're in pretty good shape. We have a bunch of removal in our hand. Now we have one of our finishers that we're not that far from casting. We're pretty far from casting the Predator, but okay. Give me a swamp. All right, well, at least it's an island. Cleric, Scout, Soldier. Darn it. So they're going to start making creatures with this really annoying thing. I can Capture Sphere to keep it from happening this turn, like probably the Peacemaker. Keeping that hand is not looking so good, huh? All right, so yeah, I think we'll play Capture Sphere here, and I'm going to put it on the Peacemaker. So they hit me for 3 here, but they don't get the token at least. Druid, Elf, okay. I could bounce. There's 2 creatures I could bounce. Problem is, they both have the battlefield abilities. Oh, good. Conclave Cavalier. Oh my god. Okay, well, I think we're going to lose. Just not hitting our black mana has been brutal, as one would expect. Yeah, I mean, we can't do anything. Artful Takedown would be nice, you know, but... So this is going to make the token. It's like, should I bounce these elves? Interesting. They didn't want to do anything. Wow. Okay. At this point, we're just gathering information about our opponent's deck. That's really all we can do. They don't have that much information about ours, given that we've cast 1 spell. Yeah, they don't want to play anything else because they don't really need to, and they definitely don't. Well, that was brutal. Okay. Wow, and I have way more. I have more black sources, don't I? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I have more blue. But still, I do have a lot of black. Sideboarding. Mephitic Vapor seems alright. I forgot about this Necrotic Wound. Maybe I should be running it, huh? I think I should be. I don't know how I missed running it. Maybe that lets us count. Yeah, maybe we get rid of our splash altogether, actually. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably what I should have done. I don't know. Because, I mean, Necrotic Wound's not great in our deck, but it's alright. We have enough Surveil. We can just trade early and then play it. So, yeah, that's probably what we should have been doing. Okay, so... Alright. So we have 9 swamps. I think we probably do want an island instead of a swamp. Yeah. So 9 islands and 8 swamps. Yeah, alright. I need to... Yeah. Screwed up on my deck building. Having hired Poisoner too makes Necrotic Wound better. Because I can just be like... You know, trade, which is what they're there for anyway. But we would like to play first. And this time we have a hand that'll actually work. So... That's good news. Play our Poisoner. Okay. We are ready to do some poisoning. Question is, do I play Midnight Reaper or Leapfrog on turn 3 rather? Okay, so we're going to attack for 1. I think the answer is probably the Reaper. But I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. All right, play the island. The reason I think it might be better to play the Reaper is if it gets killed, we get something out of it. If Leapfrog gets killed, we don't get anything out of it. Sadly. Okay. So I think we just attack for 1 here and play the Reaper, yeah. So, like, you know, if I had a spell in my hand that was going to give Leapfrog flying, I might play it instead because it has a better chance of helping us do some damage. But as is, I don't think we want to. Okay, I'm guessing they're just going to make it a 4/3. Yeah. Ooh, different +1/+1 counters. Okay, so do we attack with Midnight Reaper? I think I'm just going to leave mana up here for Sinister Sabotage. It's tempting. Maybe I don't. I don't think we do, because we can actually play something to impact the board here. So I think I attack with my hired Poisoner, actually. Maybe it is the Reaper. Now let's attack with the Poisoner and then play Leapfrog, who can also trade with that. So, all right, drop them to 17. It's usually just not a good idea to try to leave mana up for a counterspell in Limited because you're risking potentially not being able to use your mana. So, and that can put you pretty far behind, depending on what our opponent does. I mean, chances are good that they play something I can counter, but there's no guarantee. So if they attack, yeah, I mean, we're going to block it with Leapfrog here. See what happens. If they use a trick or whatever, we get to draw a card. We still get to draw a card, so works for me. Oh. Yeah, that's a good thing for put Capture Sphere on. Can we hit a land? No. No, we can't. This time I can leave mana up for Unexplained Disappearance, and if I decide to use that, I can. And I can also just cast Sinister Sabotage if that's what I want to do. So I think this time we just leave our mana up. Yeah, we haven't had... our mana hasn't liked us very much so far. Fresh-faced Recruit. No, I'm not that... I'm going to let that resolve. They did play this first, so if I bounce this, they can't recast it. Yeah, I think here I'll cast Sinister Sabotage. Get our Surveil going. We definitely want that. So Artful Takedown can kill this, but it would let them get tokens, and I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, I want our turn here. Probably play Capture Sphere, but I can also play Artful Takedown if I want to. Maybe it was better there to play the Disappearance and the Mesmerist. That way we bounce it, they have to recast it. But, I don't know. This thing can attack us pretty effectively right now. All right, so we're going to Capture Sphere the Cavalier here. It's one of the few creatures where Capture Sphere is actually better than killing it. So do they attack us here? I think they might. I don't have good blocks. Yeah, so we're just gonna go to 13. Maybe I should bring in Mephitic Vapors if we get to a game 3, because it's pretty good, obviously. Okay. What else you got? Okay. So I'm liking our chances right now. They're out of gas and we still have a lot of it. So I think playing the Mesmerist here, probably worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Then we can use Unexplained Disappearance if we want to. We're just going to play this as another sort of... Like, if I can block this and get them to pump all that mana into it, I'm going to be happy. Basically, my plan is to block this with Vidalcan Mesmerist, block this with Hired Poisoner, and use Unexplained Disappearance if they decide to pump mana into the this. That's the plan. Weird thing about this is it doesn't say May. They've been pretty obsessed with putting May on cards instead of... Especially effects that could be potentially bad, but it kind of makes sense for black to not give you a choice. All right, bring the thunder, my man. Okay. Need to get this Sphinx down. That's what I need to do. Okay, so block there and block here. If he just lets both of them die, I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I'm really okay with it, actually, if that's what he decides to do here. If he decides to pump mana, I think we do use Unexplained Disturbance, because if he does that, he can't actually recast it right now. Yeah, all right. So let's bounce this. We get to hold on to our dude. We get to do this. Oh, man. We have 5 mana right now. I'm actually going to put this in the graveyard, which I know is insane, but we really need to hit that 6th land. We do get to draw an extra card. Maybe I should have thought about that, huh? Because we're going to draw a card off of the Poisoner's Death here. We go to 10. Okay. Well, you can at least block that Fresh-Faced Recruit. Nothing else can. You can too, actually. But I think it's probably going to be better here. I think I'm just going to attack first, actually. If I play the Agent, when I do Surveil, I'm going to get some nice value. And yeah, I mean, it can block this effectively. The Painter is going to maybe be a nice way to push more damage through. We have three creatures in our graveyard right now, so that is a fairly effective way to deal some damage. We're going to shrink this because, you know, it matters. This is new too. I'm not even sure. I guess it's saying I have priority. Targeting. It has like a targeting symbol, so I guess it's about that I'm targeting something. I guess. I don't know. Okay, so that'll drop them to 12. They do have 3 cards in their hand. We know one of them is that creature we bounced. Yeah, so we're going to drop them to 12. We'll save the Moodmark Painter for another day. For now, I think I'm just going to play this Agent. Okay. Less okay. I should bring in Mephitic Vapors for sure in game 3. Like, I don't think there's any question about that. They just have so many X1s. They have 3 in play and 1 in the graveyard. This can potentially be an X1. I don't think it will ever, but it could be. And yeah, I have some of my own X1s, but not as many as they do, and it's not quite as devastating. For like, it will completely derail their aggro plan, you know? Okay, we got a Necrotic Wound, which is pretty useful. It'll do -3 right now, yeah. So I think we're going to play Moodmark Painter here. Move up mana for Necrotic Wound. I'm kind of glad I didn't get that Sphinx, honestly, because I still haven't drawn the mana for it. I think we do it with this. It'll be a 5/1, yeah. And the best they can do is double block it. I don't know how I didn't put this in my deck. I'm sure some of you in the comments when I was building my deck were like, why aren't you playing Necrotic Wound? It's not like an amazing card, so it's not like the biggest thing to have overlooked, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's not that hard to have a few cards in your graveyard, as we've seen. Gets a little easier with Surveil. But everything but the Sphinx ended up there just like normally. So yeah, if they want to block this, they're going to have to lose 2 creatures. So I'm guessing they're just taking it. And they are. We have 2 good creatures for blocking, which is pretty nice. And we have Necrotic Wound up, which again will do 1, 2, -3/-3 for 1 black mana. It's like Ulcerate, except I don't have to lose any life. Pretty good deal, I think. All right. I'm guessing they're going to attack and make an annoying token here, but maybe not. We got to get this flyer in play. It's like, come on. All right, so we're going to block this with this. If they use the ability, I think we use Necrotic Wound to kill it. Yeah. All right, we got that. We got there on that one. So definitely bring in Mephitic Vapors. It is incredibly good against them. Selective Snare is less good because they don't have a lot of cheap creatures that it's worth. A lot of expensive creatures, excuse me, that it's that worth bouncing. I guess it's good against that Cavalier. And they do have several elves in their deck, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I cut the Bats. Is that the worst card left in their deck? Thought Erasure is not great in this matchup either. I think that's probably what gets cut. Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, we have 4 creatures who died in 6 creatures that died in Mephitic Vapors, so there are going to be some scenarios where we don't really want to cast it, but I think we'll mostly avoid them. I definitely think it was, like, Hypothesizzle is good, but Necrotic Wound is good enough that I don't think it's as good as Hypothesizzle, but it's good enough that better mana is worth it, basically, I think. Yeah. It is kind of sad I don't get to play this, but this deck's pretty sweet. I mean, the one game we actually got to play Magic, like we just did, felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. I wish this did like 1 damage to something, like any target. That wouldn't even be that good. It's just so bad the way they designed it, but it is cool, I guess. Cool effect. All right. Let's see if we can pull this one out after basically not doing anything in game 1. Hey, this looks familiar. I think we have to mulligan it, especially, you know, maybe it's not that bad on the draw, but I think we want to mulligan. Much better. Also pretty good against them, so I think we leave that on top. Ideally, I think we would trade our hired Poisoner ahead of time, but we have two good flyers in our hand. We haven't actually got to cast this yet. It's been a little bit frustrating. Play our Poisoner. Okay, well, there's something that dies to Mephitic Vapors. It's also something that my hired Poisoner can't actually trade with. You know, if I played an island, I could have played my Mesmerist, but I don't think that I want to at this point. I think I want to wait for them to build up their board and then just Mephitic Vapors. Probably. We'll see. I'm okay with taking 2 here. It was probably better to play the Mesmerist, but it can't trade with this anyway, and we know this is coming, so, you know, I think it was the right thing to do. Surveil 2 is pretty nice, especially when we really want a land or 2. So we're going to take 2 here, obviously enough. Man, that's not an X1. I can trade with it at least, though. with my poisoner. Cleric and soldier. I think we just pass again. Our lands have not been kind to us. Even in the game we won, it was like things did not go that well. So yeah, we're gonna block the Peacemaker here. Should it attack? And it does. So if they play something else that dies to our Vapors here, I'd probably just cast Mephitic Vapors. They didn't. I may still just cast it. Kill one creature, surveil two. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I'm going to put this into my graveyard. I think holding on to Hired Poisoner is probably worth it. I can play Poisoner and Mesmerist next turn. So we're up to 2 for Undergrowth effects, though we only have 2 of them, and one of them just went in the graveyard. But worth keeping in mind for Necrotic Wound, for sure. Ah, oh, jeez. How much do I wish I had waited to turn right now? A lot. But luckily, Hired Poisoner is a good blocker against Pelt Collector and basically everything. The good news is we can bounce it, like if it gets too out of hand. We can also just block it, as I said. Man, I wish I waited on my Mephitic Vapors so bad right now. It hurts. It hurts me. Conclave Cavalier. Okay, probably wait for them to play another elf. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll pass our turn. This has been a rough first match, mana-wise. I think we just take 2 here. I'm going to flash in the Whisper Agent at the end of their turn. Might just have to bin anything that isn't a land at this point. A land or something that I can cast, I guess. Here comes the Cavalier. So I think blocking... Oh no, Parhelion Patrol. I think blocking the Cavalier, though, when it does come down, and then using Selective Snare to kill the things that it makes and to get rid of, you know, an elf or whatever, it's probably worth it. So we're going to play Whisper Agent here. I can play that, so I think I do actually leave it on top, and it's actually pretty good here. Okay, so do I attack with my Whisper Agent? I think I probably do. Probably better to play our Reaper first, actually, because I would get to draw a card if this dies, but... That helped us out a lot in the last game. Of course, we were both stuck on 3 for a while, but they've found 2 more lands, and that's not so good for us. You gotta take the 4. I mean, and we're several lands away from actually getting to play even Watcher in the Mist, and even further from the Sphinx. So that is a little frustrating. Our curve's a little high, but the fact that we haven't even gotten to 6 mana is pretty frustrating. Yeah, end our turn. We'll take 4, go to 14. There's that. Okay, so I think my plan, like I said, block this with Hired Poisoner and then cast Selective Snare to bounce the tokens. Okay. Hello. We're getting there. Of course, we need another blue for Watcher in the Mist, but, you know, whatever. Let's pretend like that's not the case. Okay, so we're going to end our turn. You're going to bring the Thunder. Really? That's all? That's annoying. Couldn't do anything with her mana anyway, but I'm still annoyed. Like, you know, it's not like I... Yeah, Selective Snare is sorcery anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... Yeah, if we could play our Watcher, it can at least block the Parhelion Patrol. Oh, thank you. There it is. Ooh. So right now we have 3 creatures in our graveyard. I think we want Necrotic Wound. We're going to put this into our graveyard. Put this on top of our library. I mean, I guess... Oh, God, I'm an idiot, probably. I probably wanted that 6th land. I could have drawn the wound and then the land. But, you know, it's whatever. So the annoying thing right now is it can attack and crew this and mentor it, but... I think I'm okay with that, maybe. Oh, that's not good. Okay, they're going to tap down some... They're going to do some nasty stuff right here. Tap down the Watcher and the Poisoner. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Makes sense. I have no good blocks against this stuff. So we take 4, 7, 9 here. I think I'm going to block this. There's the 9 that we're taking. Maybe I should just chump this too. Yeah. But you can't actually mentor this because the patrol isn't good enough. Isn't big enough to do it. So that's good, I guess. But we go to 6 here. Draw a Necrotic Wound. And a land. Which do we need to play more? Probably the land. Probably for the City Watch Sphinx, yeah. You gotta hope they don't have another intrusive Pack Beast type card, but... We do get to go City Watch Sphinx potentially. These are both knights, huh? Probably gonna be worth it to bounce at some point. Ooh, these are knights too, so I can bounce the 2 knights and the patrol, potentially. All right, bring in the pain. I'm gonna block here, here, and here. Which will take us to 6. Can we dig our way out of this? I mean, I think we can. They're luckily not a red deck. If they were, it would be less likely. Hopefully, God, do they have that nasty green combat trick to just kill me right here? The +3/+3 3 times? No, but they have that to kill me here. Damn it. If we'd been a little faster, like we were just about to turn the corner, if we'd been a little faster getting there, it would have made a big difference. All right. Starting out 0-1 doesn't feel great, but given how bad our mana was, it feels all right. So, see you guys in the next match. All right, going into our second match, hopefully things go a little better for us here. It's a good hand. We don't really have any, we don't have one of our win conditions yet, but we have what we need to stall and everything. So, I think I'm okay with it. God, if I'd waited to cast Mephitic Vapors in that last game, I just couldn't do anything with my mana on turn 3, so it was like, oh, man, what do I do? And the answer was, unfortunately, cast it to kill one thing, which didn't feel like a bad deal, but after they play every X1 in their deck afterwards, it's like, really? What was I thinking? We're going to play another Hired Poisoner here. Ready to poison some people. Gross. First strike. Come on, man. Come on. Can't do much to stop that. Another green-white deck. We will be taking 2. Okay. All right. Guess we leave our mana up. Probably don't cast Capture Sphere here, but maybe I do. Kind of leaning towards blocking this. Gets me an Undergrowth thingy. And then taking the other 2. No, he's not going to attack. Makes sense. All right, so we're going to take this 2 again. And then we'll probably Sinister Sabotage something. Maybe. Wow, didn't do anything. I'm down with that. So, do we cast Capture Sphere? That's the question. I think we do. Yeah, do it on that guy. Okay. I'm going to attack with both Poisoners here. If they want to trade for one with their Okapi, I'm cool with that. They don't, though. Then we'll play Watcher in the Mist. Yeah, you can both go into the graveyard. Thank you. I mean, I may need another land later, but for my Sphinx, but I think we want to dig for a spell here. Man. Well, Necrotic Wound gives -1/-1 now. We go to 13. Wow, another Poisoner. Okay, well, I'm going to attack with both of these Poisoners, play another Poisoner. And then we can leave mana up for Necrotic Wound, but probably to a greater extent, Sinister Sabotage. Yeah, we're going to counter that with Sinister Sabotage. Probably should have tapped my mana differently. So we're going to put this into our graveyard. All right. Now we need a 6th land, and I've thrown 3 in the graveyard. All right. I'm going to attack with these 2 Poisoners, leave the other one back. Okay. Our City Watch Sphinx can trade with that if we hit a land. And we do. I'm going to go ahead and attack with both of these. He's not going to be blocking. Question is whether I want to trade, do want to trade with my Sphinx. It's not like that has vigilance, you know? They probably have a kill spell. Yeah, well, close enough. Okay. And that's actually good for them because it doesn't up my count for necrotic wound. All right, so you go to 9 here. Knight. Antelope, soldier. You're humans, though. Both of you are humans. So I think I'm going to bounce the 2 humans. Ah, crap. Oh, no, it did work. For a second, I thought I didn't properly do that. That happens sometimes. Okay, so we bounce both of those, which is nice. And then I think we attack with 2 hired poisoners. Dropping them to 9. They also don't let me surveil since they use Luminous Bond. That will slow them down a pretty significant amount, I think. Enough for us to win? I don't know, but... Give us another Sphinx. You've given me Sphinxes like every game when they weren't very good because I couldn't cast them. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. All right, so I think we just go ahead and we bounce this, make them recast it again. We're going to put that into our graveyard. And we will attack with both of these. There's really no reason for us, like if we can just pitch lands into our graveyard at this point, we may as well because we have 6 lands, which is what we need. Pretty far from being able to kill that thing with necrotic wound, it's worth noting. Okay, we can kill that with hired poisoner already, so that's nice. Right. By hired poisoner, I meant necrotic wound, by the way. Talking's hard. Crap. Well, it's bound to happen, huh? We'll attack with both of these. Drops him to 5. Still only have one creature in our graveyard. I'm surprised we've been able to bring them as low as we have, to be honest. Oh, crap. They're going to put the counter here, probably. Yeah. That makes sense. So we're dead in like 2 turns. Okay, we probably bring in Mephitic Vapors here. It's not quite as potent, but it's pretty good. So I think we just draw and then see if we want to use Necrotic Wound. No, we don't. And we're dead. Okay. Yeah. All right. Do we want to bring in Mephitic Vapors? I actually don't know that we do. So it's 3 creatures that can die to it. Is that enough for me? I don't know that I don't think it is. That game, at least her mana was good. I don't know how we almost killed them with 3 hired poisoners being... I think they were the only things that did damage that whole game. Because they killed this and this immediately. Okay, solid. Early Mesmerist can do some work. Some removal. Play our Mesmerist here. We just need to draw one land before turn 6 and we can play City Watch Sphinx. I would prefer to only draw that one land, please. Okay, so it's a 2/2. Okay, we drew it. That's all I want. Okay, so no more lands, please. Don't you wish that worked that way? Just gonna go ahead and attack. No, it's just gonna do it itself, I guess. Yeah. Go to 18. No more lands. I believe in our ability to not draw lands. Hopefully. Okay, we're there. We're getting there. So yeah, we'll attack with our Mesmerist here. Shrink that guy down. This can also block pretty effectively here, the Darkblade Agent, that is. They're on one color, so that's certainly helping us. I think I attack with both. We need to take advantage of this situation and just kill them as quickly as possible. We don't have anything to add to the board this turn, which kind of sucks, but next turn we can play our Sphinx. And we also have Unexplained Disturbance and Capture Sphere, obviously. I could have used the Disturbance there to draw a card. It's probably worth it. It's a mistake, probably. It would basically, but it's basically would just be cycling and, well, with Surveil attached to it. It's not, I mean, they would get to recast their Beetle, but big deal. Okay. I think if we do cast it, we probably wait till our turn so we can get the value out of this. All right, so we're going to attack for 4 again and then play City Watch Sphinx. Too bad it doesn't Surveil when it comes into play. Otherwise, that would have definitely been what I did. So that'll drop them to 8. They don't have white mana right now, which is where all the removal is. So our Sphinx may just give it to us here. Our deck did exactly what I told it to. I've drawn nothing but spells after drawing that 6th land. Ah, they drew white. Good chance our Sphinx dies now or gets shut down. Yeah. So I can bounce my own Sphinx. Is that worth it? It's probably worth it, especially because I get to draw a card. So I'm going to go Unexplained Disturbance on the Sphinx. We're going to put that into our graveyard. And then we're going to attack and draw a card here. Then probably play the bats. But we may actually draw something here. Nope, bats it is. Okay. I can basically just win the game here, right? Yeah, so let's see what they have. Okay. I was going to use Thought Erasure to make sure we could win the game there, but... Yeah, well, someone else got mana screwed that time. I don't think we want Mephitic Vapors, which is really our only sideboard card. Another mulligan, but the last mulligan worked out for us, so... Right, this is okay. There's no black mana, but between the scry... Yeah, there it is. I think we just leave it on top, although we definitely are going to have a slow start. But maybe that's okay. Uh-oh. That's not good. Whisper Agent. There we go. Something to play early. Dig us through a land, maybe. Get rid of a land. We go to 18. Gross. That is not good. Because this can get mentored and everything. Crap. That's what I have to say. Not looking good for us here in match 2. And, you know, it is very early, but, you know, the way this works is just gross. I can't do anything about it right now. So this is going to be 4 here. They don't have green this time, but I'm more afraid of their white than I am their green so far. So we definitely flash in Whisper Agent at the end of their turn. Looks like that's all they're doing, so if we can get to where we can play some of the stuff we have in our hand, which we're not that far off from doing, we'll be in pretty good shape. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm gonna actually get to do anything with it right here, but no, maybe we will actually. So these are both going to gain flying. It's sort of like, do I just get in for 3? And I think the answer is yes. Their hand hopefully doesn't have like luminous bonds and crap in it, but it very well could. And we'd have to tap out to Player Watcher, so we can't counter it if they do something else. They may not cast anything here either. They didn't last turn. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and do this here because we can, and we may not be able to. Mesmerist. You might be more useful in the graveyard, buddy. I think you are right now. Ooh. I think we'd still try to play our Watcher here, but Artful Takedown. Artful Takedown is really, really tempting, actually. I think we just play the Watcher, though. Just be like, if you have removal, you better use it. Plus, we get to Surveil, which may make Necrotic Wound better. Hired Poisoner is not so good here. And I don't know that Thought Erasure is either. I guess I'll keep it. Alright, so we're up to 2 for Necrotic Wound. So they may they may put removal on this, Luminous Bonds or whatever, or the spell that kills 4 bigger toughness, and then attack me, and then next turn I think I have to wait up for Artful Takedown. His deck is trolling him. Well, he drew all green last game and all white this game. to not just have Mana Screw, but the have each type possible, you know. Oh, didn't really expect that. They've always had the answer. Okay. Necrotic Wound gives -2/-2 right now. But I think I'm just going to leave up mana for Artful Takedown. Kill this. Tap this, maybe. Could cast Thought Erasure here, but I don't think I want to yet. I think Artful Takedown is going to do everything we need it to do. Do we just do it now and get in for damage? I think maybe we do. Nah, no, we don't. Do we? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. We do know they have combat tricks, but choose target creature for the tap. Choose target creature for -2/-4. All right, so they can swing back at us for 2, but I think that's okay. We get in for 6, drop them to 8. So we could potentially just have lethal with Moodmark Painter, depending on what our opponent does here. Because right now it would give me 8 power. It looks like I managed to win that one because our opponent had such horrible luck. They had a great start anyway, and I was worried it would just kill us, but we got to the point where we could stabilize. So now we are 1-1, and I'll see you guys in the next match. All right. I would like to play first. It's a good hand. I think I just realized for the first few videos, my camera was probably like where my logo is. So probably had that on my face. I don't have an overlay yet for the new set, but I'll have one soon, hopefully for Thursday's draft video. And that will make this look a little better. But yeah, we're definitely keeping this hand. Early Hired Poisoner, Leapfrog that we can give flying to, potentially anyway. Some removal. So far, this has kind of overperformed. I think maybe, I mean, you know, I didn't go through and look at all the different creature types, but there are lots of humans, lots of elves, lots of knights in this set. So, Darkblade Agent. Okay, so we're going to attack for 1. These Hired Poisoners have done a lot of damage in this draft. We do have 3 of them, so. All right, play that, end our turn. I don't know which creature I'm going to play here. It'll just sort of depend on what they do. Which is nothing. We're going to attack for 1 here. Kind of leaning towards Leapfrog. Is that crazy? If I had Surveil going on in my hand right now, I'd probably do something else, but I think I do go with Leapfrog here. Could use some more lands, deck. You listened to me last time I asked for your help. Do it again. Just give me 3 lands in a row and then not another land the whole game. Is that so much to ask for? I mean, I think it's reasonable. Okay. Well, there's a land. We're on our way. I think I'm going to attack with the Leapfrog. And then play Darkblade Agent. Yeah, they're going to trade. Cool with that. 3-drop for 3-drop. And then we'll play Darkblade Agent. Okay, so Selective Snare probably will come in handy at some point here. Because we can get rid of both the tokens, block it with Hired Poisoner and get rid of both the tokens. Yeah, end our turn. This is a knight as well, and the tokens are knights, so that's good to keep in mind. Okay. Question is now, is Capture Sphere better here? And I think the answer is probably yes, it is. So we will Capture Sphere this. Then they'll tap these, but they won't get any value out of it. So, ooh, wow, we really did draw the way we wanted to, didn't we? All right, 4-turn, well, not quite 4-turn clock because we gained some life, but there's a clock, is the point. They do have a lot of cards left, and we don't have many, obviously. Bird, beast. Are they going to put an aura on it? No. Wow. They'd rather kill my flyer than get rid of their Capture Sphere. I get to Surveil too. Ooh, yeah. I haven't gotten to play this yet. But we can cast it. Nightveil Predator. Oh, that's annoying. Can block my Nightveil Predator forever. Of course, it has Death Touch, so not forever, really. But, you know, there's another knight. But the knight that they have already is tapped, so. Okay, so I think we attack with our Nightveil Predator here. And we end our turn. So if they want to leave 5 up every turn to make this indestructible, I think we're perfectly fine with that decision. Like, they won't be able to do anything else if that's what they decide to do. So, big scary Convoke Flyer. Yeah, that's probably what this is. No. It's a World Soul Colossus. Not too concerned about that. That's pretty nice. So I think we're going to play Moodmark Painter. We are going to pump this so I can do a little more damage here. Drop them to 14. And end our turn. Oh, crap. That card's ridiculous. Takes them back up to 20. Okay. Well, we haven't lost just yet, but we got real close. Thanks to that. Obviously, Hired Poisoner will block World Soul Colossus. And other than that, I don't have very good blocks, but that isn't obnoxious, that camaraderie, drawing them 6 cards, gaining them 6 life. Oh, that's gross. Okay, I see what you did there. Luckily, we can bounce some knights and get some value, but now we don't have good blocks at all. So I'm just going to double block this and take the rest. Hey, another Hired Poisoner. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, so we have 3 knights we want to bounce, right? Yeah. So it gets rid of those night tokens. Gets rid of that for a turn, and then we play Hired Poisoner. And I think maybe we just attack again. Yeah, I think we do. But we're in definite trouble. I mean, sure, we managed to weaken their board by a lot, but there's so many. They drew so many cards off of Camaraderie. I'm not sure it matters. Do I side in my crappy 4-mana counterspell? Probably not. Camaraderie is good, but I don't know if it's that good. The way they used Prey Upon was nasty too. All right, so we're gonna block this with Hired Poisoner. Obviously enough. Ah, that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 cards, creatures in our graveyard for if we draw a Necrotic Wound. That's pretty good. Yeah, look at that. Isn't this just great? Well, I think we're dead. If they attack us, I can block this and this, and then I take 2. We're not dead. We are very close, though. I'm probably going to have to trade my Predator for the Colossus here. Okay. Oh, yeah, you get to mentor one of these things. Healer's Hawk. So good with mentor. All right, so block, block, and take a bunch of damage. Camaraderie, man, that's messed up. Oh, good. Yeah, we're so dead. City Watch Sphinx is not going to save us. Freaking Light of the Legion. Mephitic Vapors doesn't seem bad. Maybe I bring it in and cut Thought Erasure again. Of course, Thought Erasure can hit Camaraderie, so. We've got our Sabotage. We have this counterspell, but it's just so bad. I don't think it's worth playing it. I mean, Never Happen gives us another way to attack their hand, but this is just so much better because it has Surveil attached to it, and it costs 1 less mana. So I think we're fine as is, but we do not want to see Camaraderie cast again, I can tell you that. I would like to play first. I would not like to keep this hand, though. This one's better. It's like, it's not going to be that good early, but later it probably will be. I think I'm going to put it on top. Obviously, I would rather, if I could choose, I would put it like 8 cards deep, but I don't have that option. These defenders are pretty bad against our poisoners, that's for sure. All right, so we're gonna attack for 1. Take that. Yeah, I guess we end our turn. Okay, is it worth playing Moodmark Painter here at all? I mean, I don't think it hurts. So I think I do just play it as a dude. Not gonna do anything. I mean, I can give this Menace, I guess. It's kind of funny. That is what it's gonna do, is give it Menace. They're not gonna attack though. I'd rather just have it hang back and block the Peacemaker, which can then help me. My Necrotic Wound kill Healer's Hawk, so. Okay. End our turn again. Yeah, they're just convoking like crazy. Man, not good. Capture Sphere will be good on it though. Ooh, got you earlier this time. Not going to be able to leave up mana for Necrotic Wound, but I think that's okay. They sure got a lot of Convoke for sealed, you know? They just like have it all. It's kind of gross. I think I'd probably attack here. Then play Leapfrog. Yeah. Something to be said for not attacking, I guess, actually. I don't think it's worth it right now. They're stuck on 3 lands, but when every card in your deck has Convoke, it doesn't hurt so much. Works for me. Okay, Bartizan Bats. Not great here, but, you know, it's another dude. I think we just play it. We could try to take advantage of the fact that they're stuck on 3 lands, I guess, but I don't really feel like we are able to do that right now. If I could kill this flyer, then I would be in better shape, and I could if I just get 1 creature in my graveyard. If I killed the flyer and start attacking for 6 a turn and 9 the turn I kill the flyer, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Didn't want to kill my bats. So yeah, I mean, I think what I do, you know, if they attack with the World Soul Colossuses and stuff here, I probably use Hired Poisoner to block one of them. Do I trade Leapfrog for Centaur Peacekeeper too? We don't have great blocks. I don't know what's... I mean, we do have Death Touch, which is, of course, incredibly obnoxious, but... yeah, they don't want to attack, though, which is a little surprising to me. Ooh. Let's see what we got going on over there. Leapfrog gains flying. Holy crap. I think Camaraderie is the most busted thing, but both of these are ridiculous, obviously. We know they have Pax Favor, which is nice. We're going to put this into our graveyard. Just kind of hoping I hit a creature, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I think we just ended our turn there. Problem is with Pax, whatever, the combat trick they have, Necrotic Wound will always be stopped, basically. So now they can play their Cavalier. That's what they drew. So what they still have in their hand is their combat trick and Light of the Legion, which they're only a mana away from being able to play. Fun. Wish I had a way to get back my Thought Erasure. Because them playing that, I don't know that we can win if they pull that off. All right, so I'm going to play Midnight Reaper in my turn. Because even if we kill it, which we can, it puts a +1/+1 counter on all their white creatures, and look at their board. It's messed up. I need my other Capture Sphere. That's about it that can really deal with that nonsense. If they decide to attack, we will draw some cards, and that'll help us maybe find it. Okay. I think blocking with Hired Poisoner is fine. Yeah. Maybe not so much. I do really want to draw extra cards, though. Yeah, we're just going to do it. Gives them 2 more creatures to get +1/+1 counters off of Light of the Legion. So we'll go to 22 and we'll draw a card. Another Hired Poisoner. Could be worse, I guess. Oh, thank you. That's what we needed. I'm just going to do it now. So the thing they have left in their hand is the combat trick, the +3/+3 combat trick. That was basically the only way we had to not lose outright to Capture Sphere. They could still get Prey Upon and put +1/+1 counters on their whole team, of course. They're technically 2-for-1ing themselves, but it's like, who cares, right? Putting a +1/+1 counter on every card on your side of the table is worth it. Okay, they're bringing the Thunder. All right, so... So we know they have that trick. So that's something to keep in mind here. Yeah, so you're going to block here. I don't have good blocks other than that, which is really frustrating. Should I just block with my Reaper here? I mean, I'm about to draw a bunch of cards off of it. It's probably done its job. So if I block with Night Veil Predator, they're going to pump something. So right now I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's okay. And I'm also going to lose 4 more, so I'm going to go to 10. But Necrotic Wound will be online, granted. And they don't have... No, yeah, they do. They have enough stuff going on that they can be fine despite that. So I think we block like this. I mean, I could throw this in front of one of these. Yeah, let's do it. What the hell? All right. So we take 6 and then lose 5. So 11. We'll go to 11. We do get to draw a bunch of cards, though. Oh, man. Now we don't. We do get to draw 1, and it's a good one. They have 3 knights in play, so yeah. All right. Play another knight. Crap. All right, so elephant, cleric, human knight, human knight. That Loxodon Restorer is a pretty good attacker right now, so that's annoying. But I think I'm just going to cast Selective Snare here. Bounce both of those. One, two, three, 4, 5. I have five creatures in my graveyard. So Necrotic Wound can give -5, -5. Problem is we know they have that trick. Interesting. Okay, so if I block this and they give it +3/+3 and then I give it -5, -5, it won't be able to kill my Night Veil Predator. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. Except they're not going to pump it at all. They won't bother. Will they? No. What if I block this? It'll be 8. No, they'll still kill each other. I think this is probably our best option. So if I block and I cast Necrotic Wound, they can pump it if they want to. But it doesn't do them a whole lot of good. It's kind of how I'm looking at it. So we'd be dead if we'd let them cast Camaraderie, that's for sure. So they're not going to use their trick because there's no reason for them to use their trick. It'll die unless they have more than one. It's kind of weird it doesn't show you what X is, like some cards do in Magic Online. Probably should. Yeah, they just let that die. And we will go to 9. Oh, thank you. I needed some help. Namely, my Night Veil Predator needed some help. They're at 30. Isn't that nice? I think we do want Unexplained Disappearance. It'll let us... Oh, crap! Did I put it on top. I don't draw it. Yeah, I did put it on top. Good. was just assuming the worst there. I was like, oh, man. All right, so what do we do? That is the question, isn't it? I think we just end her turn for now. I think I can try to goad them. Like, I can double block this with these two and maybe goad them into using their combat trick, and then I can cast our bounce spell that's on top of our library. Obviously, that's not going to happen this turn, but... All right. Maybe I just put the Predator in front of it at this point. Yeah, I think we do. It kind of sucks that that's how I had to use the Predator, but I think that's what we have to do here. They can use the trick here and kill my Moodmark Painter, but I don't think I care very much if they do that. Oh, okay. Do we do anything? Because we could attack with the Watcher, but it doesn't really seem worth it to me. I feel like our deck is better equipped to win the long game. Like, we have two Sphinxes lurking somewhere in my deck who will just thrash them. So we just need to get them. Ooh. So again, with the trick we know they have in their hand, Artful Takedown gets a lot worse. But it does potentially give us something to do. I need them to use that trick already. So we could lure the trick out with Artful Takedown, but that's not worth it. All right, we'll hold on to that land. End our turn. We are going to mill ourselves first, so that's kind of a problem. But again, we have two Sphinxes, so it's a little less of a problem. Ooh. Okay, well... We'll let these get tapped. All right, so I am going to use Artful Takedown here. I'm going to tap this and give this -2, -4, which should lure out their trick. Question is it worth using Unexplained Disappearance to counter their trick? Probably is. Yeah, that was going to get tapped anyway, so that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And put this into our graveyard. I'm going to recast the Guardian now. Well, we're both out of gas now. Why'd you get to draw something real? Yeah, that's a problem. That may not be very good right now. It could also be really good. It sort of depends on what they do. I think I probably just counter whatever this is. Oh, I definitely counter that. Good. I was worried it wouldn't be a good target, but it was. I think we do want this. It gives us another dude. Yeah, they're at 30, which is not fun. Okay. I'm going to deck myself before I get to play a Sphinx. Could happen. Okay. So that makes their flyers get through, basically. Two Sphinxes left and our 10 cards. See what they do here. Okay. So they're going to make that a 2/2. So I don't really have a good block to make by flashing in Whisper Agent. I mean, I think I trade. I could chump. Do I need to chump? So I take 2, 4, 6. Not quite, but it's getting close to the point where I'm going to need to. Let's just flash this in so we can make a more educated decision. Ooh, yeah, okay. We do have a bunch of flyers right now, so even though I have that, it's kind of, it might be a little mediocre. Wish I could give Leapfrog flying right now. So if I do this, I still take 2, 4, 6. Go to 3. I kind of, is going to 5 a big difference? I think it sort of is. We know what we're going to draw. It's our Sphinx, who will be able to block the flyers. I'm just going to take it. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. It was a hard decision. There was like every chance they had a trick too, so, you know. Okay. End our turn. So even though we get this Sphinx, like, we're not really in a situation where it can attack. So not sure it matters. We could attack with our Watcher just to thin out their side of the board, but that's not worth it. It won't thin out their side of the board. They'll just take it. They have such a huge lead in life that it's like very difficult for me to find a way to turn the corner. So they're just trying to mill us out, which they will at this rate. So a second Sphinx would help, I guess. We do have another one. It's probably our last card. Yeah, I think we're going to get milled out. There's not much, and they have 1,000,000 mana, so they can actually do this and have it be decent. Oh, God. Yeah, I think we get taken down here, down to 1 and 2 in this draft. Our deck's fared relatively well. It just we just haven't been the one to, we've just been too far behind like we are this time. All right, I'm just gonna, well, I guess I'll play this out. There's some small chance that there's something I'm not thinking about, though that does seem improbable. Wow. Look at all the cards I have in my hand. Look out. Okay. Problem is they can just block forever, but what the hell. Tap too much mana for it, whatever. You guys would have been relevant earlier. A lot earlier. Draw 2 cards with that, man. So, yeah. Now I'm going to scoop. There's no way we can find our way to a win here. I wonder what my last card was. Yeah, that guy. All right. 1 and 2. See if we can do a little better in our next match. All right, going into our third match. This seems like a reasonable hand to me. I don't know if it's being picked up by my microphone, but there's a dog making some interesting sounds outside. Yeah, so we play Midnight Reaper next turn. Got some nice removals, some counter magic. This turn I probably just leave up Sinister Sabotage unless I draw something I can actually play. Which I could. Yeah, District Guide is nice against Midnight Reaper because they draw a card off of it. It's a land or a gate, but it's still a card and they got a Guild Gate. Is it worth playing my Mesmerist now? Probably. Yeah. It sets it up so this can't really attack me, and if it does, I get to block it and draw a card. Nice. That's a sweet card. Nice little common. I'm glad they got rid of Crushing Canopy, but makes me worried they have like other removal in their hand at the same time. Okay, so here I think we play Hired Poisoner. And I can actually attack here, thanks to my Mesmerist. So I think I do. Mesmerist will shrink this thing's power. I'm just going to take 5. Wow. It's not really what I expected. And I'll end my turn. Dead weight. You know, I'd kind of like to hang on to him. If I can help it. We'll put that on top, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I think we attack again the way we did last time. And then leave up mana for either Artful Takedown or something else. Unexplained Disappearance, potentially. I'm a little surprised they're not willing to block one of them with their Informant. Like, it's kind of crazy to me, actually, because they've taken 10. They must have such scary stuff in their hand. They're like, it's better to just hold on to this stuff, and maybe they're going to power out a Siege. No, they would have done it last turn if they had a Siege Worm. I can bounce a Siege Worm, so it doesn't worry me too much. Crawl Harpooner. He doesn't have anything to fight. He's just a guy. Okay, so is Artful Takedown worth it here? Like, kill the Harpooner, tap the Informant, and then attack with everything. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Tap, kill. All right, that worked out for us. What are they doing at my upkeep? Oh, well then. I could save my Midnight Reaper, but it's probably not worth it. I'm gonna get to draw a card. We got the lands we need, so that's nice. Yeah, Wonder Turn. We don't have any reason to use Selective Snare or Unexplained Disappearance at this point. I think I just take 2 here. If they play something big, I bounce it. If they don't, I don't think I do. Oh, I think we're probably bouncing this if it's a permanent. It is. There's the Siege Worm we were wondering about. Right, so I think we bounce that. Get out of here, man. We're going to put this into our graveyard. Okay, so we're going to attack with both. Dropping them to 7. They could block if they want. I guess they probably will block the Mesmerist, but so far they've been pretty passive about blocking. I think this time they probably do, though. Yeah. Drops them to 9. Play our Sphinx. See if they have a kill spell for it. Can Crawl Harpooner take it down right now? Not yet, but it's close. So if they play Siege Worm again, I am happy. They don't, though. Okay, so I'm going to play Leapfrog. And I think I just end my turn. Man, people have had removal for our Sphinxes constantly. If there's this much good removal in this format, the Sphinx may be worse than I expected it to be. Okay, there's 2 rogues in play now, but I probably want to bounce Siege Worm more than I want to bounce rogues, but we'll see. You gonna play Siege Worm or something scarier? Just a Siege Worm, okay. Well, isn't that interesting? I thought they were gonna, if they attacked me there, I would have been ecstatic. That didn't, though. And they probably shouldn't. Leapfrog number 2, that's interesting. Should I be greedy? No, I'm not gonna be greedy. Could be. Wait a turn to cast Selective Snare. Take a big hit here, but, well, I don't even have to take that big of a hit because of Hired Poisoner. Potentially, anyway. I think I'm going to play Leapfrog and end my turn. Depending on how he attacks, I could get lethal out of nowhere. Like if he attacks with Siege Worm, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. That's annoying. Okay, so we're going to take this. You're just a Gorgon straight up, yeah. 6. So we have 9 damage on the table, but there's no way for us to push through all 9. But I think we still bounce Siege Worm here. And then we attack with both our Leapfrogs. Yeah. Drops them to 3. So we just need to draw another spell at some point. We have already played 4, though. I don't know how many more I have. We have Thought Erasure somewhere in our deck. Oh, gross. Okay. Well, I think we just end our turn. Plan on flashing in Whisper Agent at the end of their turn. We just have to find a way to push through 3 damage. Is that so hard? Where's our hexproof flyer? That's what we really need. So Atrata's going to kill one of our creatures. Maybe our hired poisoner. I think I blocked the siege worm with my poisoner. That gives them a different option to kill, but I think that's okay. So we also take 4 from it. Take down a leapfrog, okay. Trata and the leapfrog both go away. Oh, good. Come on, instant or sorcery spell. Play our Whisper Agent. Ooh. There's an instant or sorcery spell. I think that gives us the W. How many creatures do we have in our graveyard? 2. So I'll use it to kill the Death Toucher. Gives Leapfrog flying. Yeah, we got there. It's a close one though. So they really like big booty fat creatures, but they don't have that many flyers. This might be the right place to sight in like 1 maximize altitude. Meh. It's not like I don't have enough flyers already, so I think I'm good without it. It would be nice, but it's like, what do I cut for it? I think Thought Erasure is good against them. It's good against anyone who's like convoking. Hey, there's Thought Erasure. Yeah, I think this is a keeper. It would be nice to be able to play my Darkblade Agent first, but that would be a little greedy, I think. They let me play first. Interesting. I mean, this is... Sealed is always grindier, so letting people play first makes more sense in Sealed than it does in Draft. Yeah, I think we just go for it with Thought Erasure here. Say, what do you got? Urban Utopia, Hitchclaw Recluse, Generous Stray. I think we definitely go after the Atrata. They weren't going to be able to cast it super soon. I think we want that. But still. I think I play the Reaper. If I knew I was going to be able to surveil or play a spell, I would probably play one of the others, but... Oh yeah, they have Urban Utopia. They would have been able to cast it in the near future. So play a Reaper here. Obviously, that does not scare us a whole lot. Do I play Darkblade Agent or Leapfrog here? I think I'm going to play the Agent. Okay. Poop. Guess I play a Leapfrog. I could attack with Darkblade Agent. Maybe I should. Yeah, I probably should have done that already, but I think we still do it. I'm okay with trading my guys because I have Midnight Reaper in play, so... If they want to double block here, I would kill... Yeah, this. Could have a trick, but I'd still get to draw the card, so... Yeah, should have done that before I played anything, because if I drew a land, I have way better options than the ones I took, than the one that I took. Rampaging Monument. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Dang. Really need that land. Fourth land would let me take it down, obviously. So, two different ways, actually. So, yeah. If they get attacks, I throw a leapfrog in front of it. If they use a gold spell in response, it's going to be brutal, but I still think it's what I would do. There's the Siege Worm. Probably where we want to put our Capture Sphere if we ever draw a land. We did it. So this is going to be a big turn because we can go Capture Sphere on Siege Worm and attack with everything. If they want to trade with my Leapfrogs, I'm okay with it. Because I get to draw a card. Yeah. I mean, they already drew a card off of theirs too, so it's sort of a wash, but... Ooh, that's not a wash, though. We haven't gotten to play it and had it be good yet, but... I mean, it's never been bad. All right, 2 and 2. Opponent decided to scoop. Yeah, Capture Sphering a Siege Worm after you pay all that mana is rough. You know, like we were talking about our Sphinx being kind of rough sometimes. It's worse with Siege Worm. All right, so we're 2 and 2. If we can win the third match, we actually get a prize, a fifth match or third win. So hopefully we can do that. I'll see you guys in that match. All right, so final match. Trying to fight for a prize here. This is a weird hand, huh? We've seen this happen a few times. If I draw blue, it's fine. If I don't draw blue, it could get ugly. I mean, I think it's a reasonable keep. I'm on the draw. I think we keep it. See if this comes back to bite me. All right, well, we haven't drawn blue yet, but we'll do it. I'm confident. Maybe. Boros, we haven't seen that yet. Looks like that's what we're about to see, though. Aggro City. Okay, so still no blue. We will attack for 1, though. It's like, do I want to side into a completely different deck? Maybe it's not Boros. Maybe they're just splashing. Well, we've not done well today keeping hands that have only one color. Oh man, I'm jealous. Jealous of that Mystic. Hey, there it is. I can't quite kill the Mystic, so that's frustrating. And tapping it down doesn't matter. I could bounce it. Also doesn't seem like that matters. I think I play Darkblade Agent here. I can bounce all the bird tokens at some point. Awesome. They get a bird token out of it. Jeez. This is such cool art, but I haven't been able to find an HD version of it at all, so I was going to have it on my overlay, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I think they're obviously 4 colors for one thing. Yeah. Their base maybe actually be black blue. Kind of what it looks like so far. Kind of surprised they're not attacking with their Child of Night. Okay, well, this is a turn where we can leave up Sinister Sabotage and all our removal spells and stuff, so... Pass Wall Adept. It's a wizard, right? You're a wizard. You're both wizards. Yeah, I'll let it resolve. Okay, I think I'm going to cast Artful Takedown here to tap this and give this -2, -4. So our best chance of killing Murmuring Mystic in the future is probably going to be to use Necrotic Wound. Yeah. So should I bounce the Mystic here? I'm going to attack first. It's definitely tempting, and I would do it if I could also leave up Sinister Sabotage, but as it is, I think it's fine to not do it. Yeah. We have Necrotic Wound and Capture Sphere, should either of those become relevant. This is like my favorite card in the set. I haven't gotten to play with it yet, though. I will, I'm sure. I mean, I could use Necrotic Wound to kill Child of Night, of course, but I don't think that's what I want to do. Okay, so they're going to end their turn. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really worth playing Capture Sphere right now either, so it is kind of annoying, but let's see if they have counter magic for our Sphinx. Good news is, even if they do, and they don't, but even if they had, we have, we at least get a little value because of Necrotic Wound. That's what I'm trying to say here. Kill spell. Seems to be what City Watch Sphinxes have been eating. Part of the reason, I think, is that our deck doesn't have that many threats, and people are like, well, what's the point in doing something to Hired Poisoner or like Darkblade Agent? Yeah, they're gonna that kills her. Him, it, I don't know. Again, it does take us up to 2 on counters. The bats are bad here. I think I'm gonna put them into the graveyard too, which gets us to 3. Yeah. And I'll put this on top. Guessing I get attacked by a bird here. So we're leaving mana up for potentially Sinister Sabotage and Necrotic Wound. Gross. Yeah, that's some messed up stuff. It's not worth countering. They're getting more value out of the bird, and I can't stop that, so I think we just let it happen. So they may get another bird too. I think they probably will. No. Must have not wanted to discard something that was in their hand, obviously. Notion Rain. I think I am going to counter that. Ooh. Yeah, I'm cool with that. These birds are going to murder me. Unfortunately for me. I do so much for birds, you know, and here they are. Trying to kill me. Okay. I think I'm going to bounce the Mystic. Bless me if I didn't edit that out. I could use the snare, but I'm greedy, so I think I'm just going to bounce the Mystic for now, make them recast it. So like, do I want to just like start attacking with these so I can get rid of this? I mean, that would work, but then I don't have any way to survive. Yeah, I think we put that in our graveyard, which gets us to 4 creatures for Necrotic Wound. Which, I mean, I do have a way to survive. Selective Snare is how I would survive, right? I could also attack for 3. That's basically free here. I think I'm just going to do that. Okay, end our turn. I go to 8. As the Bird Illusions beat me down. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so I think we have to use Selective Snare now. Let's see if they have a counter spell. I'm hoping they don't. Weird thing is it hasn't had me selecting a creature type, which is nice. I think they've made it more simple and the game just checks to see if those creatures have the same creature type, which makes sense, right? So we'll attack. We need 1 more creature. Yeah, wait a second. 1, 2, 3. We actually have enough creatures. 1. Am I counting something that's not a creature? 2, 3. Yes, I am. Let's just say I had 5 this whole time. 2. Yeah, we've only got 4. So they have the Radical Idea in the graveyard still, so they can get 1 bird. Looks like they're holding off on that for now. Kind of just want to play Whisper Agent to see if I can get a 5th card in my graveyard. 5th creature. I think I'm just going to play it normally instead of taking advantage of Flash. Of course, it depends what creature it is because, yeah. I can probably take it down. I mean, I'm probably just going to attack with Mesmerist and Hired Poisoner, and I would guess they're going to block the Mesmerist, but they may not. Okay, so let's see what we can surveil here. Ooh. Don't really want to put you in the graveyard, do I? No. So the problem is they can cast Radical Idea at instant speed and then just block my Mesmerist. But I guess I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. Because then I can kill the Murmuring Mystic. So maybe attack with both. Try to goad them into using it. I think that's fine. See, and if they don't cast Radical Idea and they just take the damage, I'm kind of okay with that too. Yeah, they're just going to take one. I could kill it now with Necrotic Wound. It's probably worth it. So they may jumpstart Radical Idea in response and get a bird, but one bird is not a huge issue. All right, so we got rid of that. We have a nice board presence. Certainly not a great one, but a nice one. Well, them having to cast Capture Sphere on my Whisper Agent's a good sign. Right, and we knew we were drawing that, so I think just in case they kill something in combat, I don't think they will, but they could have a Whisper Agent or something. So I'm going to play this now. They don't have mana for counter magic, so. I'm liking Surveil as much as I expected I was going to like it, that's for sure. Really wish I'd had Necrotic Wound in my deck in my first game, because it is definitely pulling its weight. It's not hard to make it work. All right. Reaper resolves, and we attack. For 3. Take that. So we're in good shape too, because once they do play a creature, I can Capture Sphere it, unless it's you know, the vampire with hexproof or something. What could this be? Ah, all right. Well, we still get a 2-for-1 out of it. That's what's great about this, as compared to some of the effects like it we've seen in the past, is you get to draw a card from it dying too. So, okay. I don't think I want to cast Capture Sphere just yet. All right, so I think we attack with both of these and then play another Hired Poisoner. I'm sure I only get in for 1, but that's okay. Play some big creature. No. So do I need to Capture Sphere this now so they don't draw a card? I think I might need to. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Can't really let them start drawing cards. Ugh. All right, we're going to drop them to 7 now. Hold on to both of these cards and end my turn. No, you don't. Why do you get to draw a spell? It's like it's random or something. Oh, good. It's not anything to be concerned with too much. Well, maybe it is when you're at 7, huh? Ah, interesting. Wow. Crap. Not what I wanted to happen. Okay, so I think I attack. Maybe I just attack with the Mesmerist. Yeah, I'm going to attack with it. And shrink this. This is going to grant them all kinds of cards. In my set review, even though I read the card, as I always do in my set review out loud, for some reason I thought it said you don't draw cards, not you can't play cards from your hand. And you can't play cards from your hand is way better than what I thought it was. So they can just start churning stuff off of the top of their library over and over again. Sure, if they draw something, they can't play it, but they can play stuff off the top like that. Although it's kind of a non-bow because they just drew extra cards and they can't play them. So, you know, it's kind of funny. That was on top, though, so why not? Oh, gross. Yeah, that's a really good card. That's why they're playing so many colors. So we're basically dead. This can do 2 to me. Oh, we're not quite there, but we're getting there. Yeah, they're going to ping the Poisoner, I think. Yeah, they don't really need to because of Atrata. We go to 4. Hired Poisoner and Atrata both go away. Okay, well that's getting killed by Chamber Sentry. And then we're not quite dead, but we're getting closer and closer. Yeah, Leapfrog is gone. They have all 5 colors too, so they can get it back if it dies. Oh, good. That's great. So happy to see that. What do you think? We draw a land? I'm guessing a land. That's gross. Unless they have more than one. I mean, they do only have 3 cards left in their deck, I guess, so it can work out. We're just dead to Atrata. No reason to show them we have another City Watch Sphinx. Okay. So, I mean, I think our deck's fine for this matchup. I mean, I could go Selesnya, but yeah, I don't think so. The reason I didn't is because I have like no removal in green and white. I have good creatures. I mean, maybe I don't want removal, but yeah, Collar the Culprit is about it. Prey Upon, we also just don't have as many big creatures as you really want for Prey Upon. I would like to play first. All right, this is solid. How many turn 1 hired poisoners have I played? I mean, I do have 3 of them. So it's going to happen. All right, so we're going to attack for 1. We just had to put so many resources into killing that Muttering Mystic that I think that's what kind of undid us. But if we didn't do it, we were going to die to bird tokens. So I think we made the right choice. Okay. In my turn, I'm obviously not flashing in Whisper Agent to block a hired poisoner, but I may as well wait to play it until the end of their turn in this case. Gross. Takes him to 17. Yeah, they got rid of 2 lands off the top too, so they probably drew some gas there. I think I'm okay drawing a land, although I'm still multiple turns away from playing City Watch Sphinx, so probably not actually. Okay. Do I attack with both here? I think I definitely attack with the Whisper Agent. Yeah, let's attack with both. What the hell? Now that I put that land in there, I'll probably never draw my 6th land for City Watch Sphinx. If I needed the land that turn, I think I would have taken it, or even next turn. But I think trying to hit a spell, and we had a decent one, was probably the right idea. We're going to draw another land eventually. You know, it's going to happen. Okay. Not a land, but whatever. It is a creature, and it'll do... I get to drop them to 14 here, so it appears. So we got removal, bounce, and a finisher. They go to 14. Okay. Nice. I think we attack with our poisoner here. I am in favor of that trade. And they are not, as you might expect. All right, let's see if this time the Sphinx can do what it should. They're flashing back or jump starting. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Deadly Visit. Yeah. That's happened every time we played our Sphinx today. And we do get some value out of it thanks to Surveil, but it's still really frustrating that we've never really had a Sphinx get to live. We have 2 cards in our grave, 3 creatures. 2 creatures in our graveyard. I think I kind of feel good about drawing either of these or both of these. Yeah. So I'm guessing they attack me here and draw their card. All right, so I think I'll attack with both of these again, taking them to 10. And then I'll play the Mesmerist. There's so much mana. It scares me. Okay. Murmuring Mystic is back. How awesome is that? All right, I think I bounce it. They'll probably make a bird token in response, but because they can flashback Radical Idea, jumpstart it. So we know what we're drawing. I think we still leave it on top. Oh, that's even worse. They can probably Necrotic Wound and recast Radical Idea from their graveyard if they want to. Get 2 birds. It's not good. Yeah, that's what they're doing. We're going to leave our Necrotic Wound on top. And then we'll end our turn. Not good. I can feel a 2 and 3 coming on. So do I play Capture Sphere on this so I can start attacking? I don't think so. It doesn't do enough. Okay. We'll end our turn. They're going to cash in their Locket. Yeah. Oh no, even worse. Casting Chemister's Insight. I don't think there's any real reason to counter it, unfortunately, for us. I'm really just jealous of their Murmuring Mystic. Last time we got rid of it, but it took us a long time, and we had to do a lot of shenanigans to do it, and then we could never really recover. So I think I do counter that. Put this into our graveyard. We will take 2. Play our own Darkblade Agent. And yeah, we'll end our turn. I don't know, this deck really feels like it underachieved to me, but maybe it's just not that good. We'll see as the format goes on, but I think it's pretty good. It has a lot of removal, has some nice finishers. Our City Watch Sphinxes, I mean, I think like I said earlier, the fact that I have so few threats means people are holding on to their Deadly Visits and then casting them on stuff like my Sphinx when it comes down. Oh, good. That's great. I can at least tap it down, and I probably should. I probably will use Capture Sphere on it, because if I tap it down, it can't use its ability. Yeah, I think that's still what we do. Does open us up to taking another big hit here, but if we let that do what they want to do with it, we're going to be in trouble. I mean, it's usually better to go 3 colors, especially in sealed, but I didn't really see any good reason to do it with our deck. Into the colors that we had fixing for anyway. And, I mean, our deck, you know, I could have splashed like Affectionate Indrik, I guess, but that doesn't seem that great to me. This Watcher in the Mist can start blocking stuff, maybe. Okay, do I want to kill that with Necrotic Wound? I don't think so. Alright, so I will play Watcher in the Mist. Does it resolve, buddy? It does, okay. This takes us to 3. Hired Poisoner is just not that good right now anyway, so. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with Dark Blade Agent with the Death Touch and everything. Which aren't good blocks when a creature has Death Touch. You get 2 for 1 no matter what. Assuming the Death Touch creature has 2 or more power. So if they wanted to double block it, they can. If they want to block it with just Dark Blade Agent, they can. But it is a hard choice. Like when this thing goes online, it's like, oh god. Like, what do I do? They may have a bounce spell, which, or they just have Radical Idea. Okay. We just gotta hope they can't kill our Watcher. If they can, I think we're in trouble, and that may be what they're doing right now. Yeah, basically killing it. Capture Sphere. So they can attack us for 5 flying right now. Do I just use Necrotic Wound on one of them so that takes them... They'll still kill me in the same amount of turns, right? No, that would take 1 more turn. Because 4, 4, and 4 is what I'd have to take. I think is what we got to do. It's awful, but... all this removal from my guys who are supposed to win me the game. It's not fun. Oh, good. The people we ran up against, too, had, like, more sheer power than any deck we could have built would have had. Like, the people like this. Yeah, we're dead. 2 and 3 is not where you want to start a new format, but, you know, it's early, and I do feel like we had some pretty bad, some bad beats there. I think the deck was at least a 3-2 deck, but we didn't quite achieve that, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'll see you guys on Thursday for my first draft video in the format. I'm looking forward to that, and I'll see you guys then.